I'm Charlie Pryde.
And I'm Jennifer Pryde. Welcome to our YouTube channel, Pride of the Villages.
Clermont is a city in Lake County, about 22 miles west of Orlando and 25 miles southeast of the Villages. It is a city in transition. Once known for its massive orange groves and citrus industry, it is now becoming residential in character, and its economy is centered in retail trade, lodging, and tourism-oriented restaurants and bars. The newest retail addition to Clermont will be the Costco, opening in November of this year. With numerous world-class tourist destinations located throughout Central Florida, it may be easy to forget that visitors once flocked to the area prior to the emergence of the theme parks, and that so many associate with the region today. A number of notable attractions predated the opening of Walt Disney World Resort in 1971, and while many of them have since closed, a handful remain in operation, and that is what we will highlight in this video, to include the Citrus Tower, the House of Presidents, and the Citrus Showcase. In 1956, partners A.W. Thacker and Jack Toole officially opened the Florida Citrus Tower, a 226-foot tall structure with a top-floor glass-enclosed observation deck created to give guests a view of Lake County's orange groves and serve as a monument to Florida's citrus industry. It was built on one of the highest hills in the area, and the antenna's tip is 500 feet above sea level. When the tower opened for business in 1956, US 27 was a major divided highway entering the state north of Tallahassee and meandering through the hills of Central Florida all the way down to Miami. With the tower located between other popular roadside attractions, such as Silver Springs and Cypress Gardens, it drew up to 500,000 visitors a year thanks to this location. However, in 1964, Florida's Turnpike was extended north, providing a faster route south through Central Florida. Since then, visitor attendance dropped, and the tower has been sold several times. In the 1980s, 3 harsh freezes destroyed much of the citrus crop in the area. The consequence of the freezes is that most of the land surrounding the tower has been developed into residential subdivisions and shopping malls. But while most of the orange groves are gone, the observation tower still gives viewers panoramic views of the surrounding area that includes hundreds of lakes, rolling hills, and the Clermont area. An elevator will take you to the observation deck, where you can see about 35 miles in any direction from the tower, depending on weather conditions. You are also standing on the highest point of any building in Florida. Interesting is the memorabilia adorning the walls, and the tower still has the original coin drop. Certainly entertainment from a more simplistic, quieter time in Central Florida. From the observation deck, we do not have to look far for the next attraction. By 1964, Toole had built a new project on the property, the House of Presidents, which became a tourist destination in its own right. Fittingly located inside a building designed to resemble the White House, the museum's primary draw was a display of detailed wax sculptures of each of the United States presidents. The collection consisted of 36 figures, including one representing Lyndon B. Johnson, the current commander-in-chief at the time. The House of Presidents proved successful and remained in operation under the original concept until the 1990s, when John and Jan Zweifel purchased it. John Zweifel had been creating miniatures of historic sites in childhood. After his marriage to Jan in 1959, the couple built a business that crafted Christmas displays for major department stores in Chicago and other cities, as well as exhibits for various clients. They moved to Central Florida in the 1970s. As the new owners of the House of Presidents, they visited and surveyed the White House under the Ford administration and produced a mammoth 60-foot, highly detailed model White House, including the east and west wings. The model itself has been displayed in all 50 states on tour before finding its permanent home in the museum. This massive scale model became the museum's new centerpiece. They also gave the attraction a new name, the President's Hall of Fame, to mark their expanded concept. These days, visitors can even view personal letters from former presidents and first ladies commenting on how much they admire the effort and care that went into this Zweifel's creation. Today, visitors can see the famous White House, as well as many other presidential-themed artifacts and displays, ranging from presidential china to campaign memorabilia to a nod to Mount Rushmore located just outside the main entrance. There are several opportunities for pictures at the presidential podium or the resolute desk of the Oval Office. The museum also features an impressive gift shop with some truly unique items for anyone seeking a souvenir to commemorate the experience. Put in $1, and George W. Bush will even give you some words of wisdom.
Yo, W's gonna get real with you, 'cause I'm down with my peeps. Here's a 411. Get it done while you're breathing, 'cause when the show's over, there ain't no reset button. So go on now, live la vida loca. After all, you can only be president for 12 years. Just kidding. Hook me up with some bling bling, and I'll give you wisdom from the press.
The Showcase of Citra is located further south on Highway 27 and is known as Florida's fresh air attraction. It is a family-owned and operated 2,500-acre estate cultivating over 50 varieties of citrus that began in 1989. The number of experiences on the property are widely varied. There are 4x4 Eco Safari tours, feeding of the farm animals, a gem mine looking for fossils, shark's teeth, and gems, catch and release fishing, waterfront picnics, birthday parties, playgrounds, food trucks, country stores, fresh produce, live music, and you pick citrus when in season. Literally, there is something for everyone of all ages. As you enter the property from Highway 27, you are greeted with a variety of eclectic props and advertisements to include free compost, which is not surprising considering the number of animals on the property. Visiting the open spaces are free of charge, and there are plenty of opportunities for those Instagram photos. Now, we were primarily here because we booked one of the 4x4 Eco Safari tours. This business heavily supports the military, as evidenced by their service flags flying out front. One of the things that they do offer to veterans with identification is a free Eco Safari tour, which is a $25 value. Considering our tour was free, as Jennifer and I are both veterans, we ensured that we spent money in other ways on the property, such as having lunch and drinks. Jen bought some honey, salsa, and soap bars from the country store, which are all locally made. We also bought a large bucket of food for the animals, which we took on the safari. Let's show you that highlight now, going on the Eco Safari. Now, the monster truck Eco Safari was a blast, but we still had most of our bucket of food left, so time to feed the farm animals while making sure we watched out for any surprises. Jen had her favorites, including this pony.
3, 2, smile!
Should we take up this white
Hey,
now?
go watch that.
The turkeys were not interested in the food, probably didn't want to get too plump before Thanksgiving. Some of the animals were choosy on what we served up, and then there were the goats that ate everything. They have the weirdest eyes.
So he just kind of opens his mouth a little bit. Yes, I know.
Then there was this little guy roaming around. He is the mayor of the farm. Well, we got to the showcase early and had the place to ourselves. Activity really picked up around noon. Our recommendation would be to make reservations for the Eco Safari if you intend to do that activity, and that can be made on the Citra Showcase website. So that was our day in Clermont, Florida, where we visited the Citrus Tower, the President's Hall of Fame, and the Citrus Showcase. And we'll be back probably at the Citrus Showcase once the citrus season opens for some U-Pick. So hopefully you too get a chance to visit Clermont. The village just continues to expand south, and Clermont is certainly becoming our neighbor down there. So until the next video, Jennifer and I wish you a great day, and we'll see you then.